Sarai had watched seasons pass in her tent, holding hope like a quiet ember that refused to die. She was Abram's wife, but the lamps of her home stayed dark. In a world where children secured names, land, and legacy, her barrenness felt like a judgment she could not speak. Rather than wait, she reached for a human solution that her culture accepted. She gave her Egyptian servant Hagar to Abram, asking that the child born through her servant would be counted as her own. At first, the plan worked in the most obvious way. Hagar conceived, and the life inside her changed everything. Where there had been waiting, there was now a swollen certainty. But with pregnancy came pride, and Hagar began to look down on Sarai. The one who had been powerless suddenly saw herself in a different light. Sarai felt replaced, betrayed, and humiliated. Tension grew until Sarai treated Hagar harshly, and Hagar fled into the wilderness. In the wilderness by a spring, Hagar encountered God in a way no one expected. An angel called to her from heaven and asked where she was going, and when she explained, the angel spoke words that would change her life and the future of nations. She was told to return, to accept the place God had given her, and to submit to Sarai. The angel promised many descendants and told her to name her son Ishmael because God had heard her affliction. The angel also gave Abram a message, that Ishmael would be a wild man, living in conflict with his kin, yet blessed to become the father of a great people. Hagar obeyed and returned. She bore Abram a son, and the household carried on under a fragile peace that carried the seeds of future conflict. The incident shows how human strategies intersect with divine promises, and how God sees the forgotten person in the margins. Hagar was an Egyptian slave, a woman whose name might have vanished, yet God named her son and met her in the wilderness when she ran away. The narrative exposes cultural practice, personal pain, and divine compassion at once. It reveals that even when humans try to manage the promise in their own strength, God remains sovereign, speaking into the mess and caring for those who seem voiceless.